You guys hear that? That's a sign telling me to throw the thunder cricket, the screaming thunder cricket. Where'd he go? Here he is. Let's try our new screaming thunder cricket. You guys see that, dude? Let's just get him out there. Let's just get this party started, guys. I tried to go, oh, right there. I tried to go nice and easy, but 5 fish anywhere around it. You won't catch any more for a ways. They tend to bunch up. There we go. I did not set the hook great. Oh, that's a nice chunk. Stay on. Stay on. Let's see if we can keep him on. First fish of the day if he gets to the boat. Oh man, he's pulling hard. Dude, he like literally slapped the boat. Oh man. I was like, I don't know. I thought about boat flipping, but no, we caught the. My God, did you guys see that? Sorry, dude. Let me get this one wet. Okay, I'm gonna get a pick. Oh, that is a nice 2.5 pounder. I'll be right back. Look at that shot. Look at that beautiful bass. Look at that beautiful screaming. That's a screaming thunder cricket, and yes, it works. I don't even. There he is. We're going with our screaming thunder cricket. Okay, I had to put you guys on that thing. So we've got the old screamer out. Screaming thunder cricket is ready for action on our new combo. This thing is just very nice. Problem is, nothing's biting. Anyway, I know, I'm not making an excuse. We're gonna catch more. We've only caught one so far, each, crappie and a bass. But there should be some sort of action going on. I put you guys back there because I got tired of wearing that neck thing already. So, I know. Sometimes you need wind, but sometimes you just need the old screamer. Boat flipping pounders all day long, 803. So there we go. Oh, I'm getting water everywhere. Nice chunk. Second fish of the day is a kisser and a jumper. Whee! Let's go. Tell you guys, you get me on. Oh, this is that color also, by the way. So that's our little screaming thunder cricket, but that is that combo of like a bluegilly green pumpkin-y type skirt with that kind of a June bug. That's the kamikaze swim on, but that seems to just, like everywhere I go, that color kind of works. This water is definitely like dirtier than where we started having luck with it, but it just seems to, something about it. I guess it maybe is the best imitation color of a bluegill right at the moment anyway. So yeah, let's go. All right, that was so easy. I just cast it right up edge of that grass line, come out. I was kind of actually having to get it out of the grass. That's one thing I like about these thunder crickets. They kind of want to stay down, but you can get them through nastier stuff. They just seem to, in my opinion, they clean themselves better than almost all the other chatterbaits. I don't know for sure why. I'm guessing it's something to do with the smoothness of the, starts out with the smoothness of the blade, maybe? I don't know. Now before, oh, that turtle gave us something. Always watch and pay attention to turtles. They'll tell you stuff. They'll tell you you're dumb for listening to turtles. But I want to make a few casts just kind of out here. If I go slow enough, actually I should let it sink. Put be some. We're only 4 foot of water right here. Oh, come on. Basically working our way around this point and then up to the shallows. Then once we get a little breeze up off this dam, we'll probably come back out here. Oh, that might be a little better. Coming right at me. I think he's in grass or he's big. I think he's got me in grass. That's a good chunk. Oh, dude! That is on fire.
That boy is on fire.
That's a nice one. Almost giant, so I'm gonna call it a giant, but he ate. I can't keep him.
You think 8 pounds?
No, he ate the.
Oh.
No.
I don't know why that's.
Girl, I know my fish. What do you think? This a YouTube channel? Lying about our fish size. That is the biggest fish we've caught so far on our new rod we just started using. Get over here. That's a 4 easy, I think. We're gonna weigh it. Look at that. All right, here, straighten out and fly right. Look at this shot. That dude is easily, I think, 4. So that new right there, 803 GLX MBR. Their chatterbait bladed jig rod is actually a 7'3", same power. You know, you guys know me. I've always used the smaller, shorter rods. So I was like, I want to try. Look at him. He was screaming at him. See that? It's kind of like Jiminy Cricket. He's screaming thunder cricket. I made him. Custom bait. I'll sell it. $100. Not. But you can make them yourself. I've already showed you guys how in the videos. Hand me that scale, Eugene scale. Keep it all live if I don't lose it. Weigh this girl. Okay, so I think it was Mature Fishing Guy that told me the deal on Land Big Fish. Eugene for the scale. 4 pounds. Oh, it said 4.2 and I went to 4.1. 4 pounds and 1 ounce. I got, this girl thought I called it 8 pounds.
I thought that's what you said.
I know what fish, I know a general idea what fish weigh once they get to the boat. I might Iconelli them as soon as they hit. I call them giants, but once I can see them, I'm gonna get a pick and I'll be right back.
You don't need a pick.
All right, got a pick, 4-pounder. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not fighting. I can't fight this feeling any longer. I can't fight this feeling any longer. I'm going to shorten that up just a hair. I just get a feeling like it's a little too much. So I'm not going to go crazy on you, but I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go just kind of what I did before on a lot of them. I'm going to go right behind the eyes, trim that off. It's only like, it's not even, I don't even know if it's a ½ an inch. These things are just long enough. It's just a little bit. And stick with that same way. But what it'll let me do is I'll probably take this all the way just past that last. So I was, yeah, that is, I just brought it up. It's not a lot, but it drew it in just a little bit more. And I know a lot of you would be like, that little bit doesn't even matter, and it probably doesn't. But I just sitting there looking at it, and I kept looking at it. I'm like, that looks a little too long for the way I like to fish. I like to have, I honestly usually like to have them just tickling right where the appendages start on my trailers. That is still, it almost looks a little too long, but that's the way these swim-ons seem to just run and look probably their best. And I've got the other match to this dude rigged up with a full-size Rage Menace. I'm probably going to go with grab one of those baby Rage Menaces, put him on that, run that one, maybe even cut it a little shorter. That's probably what I should do with this guy. Get him a little more compact. Sometimes it sounds weird, but this long a bait and that long a bait on a pressured place will make a difference on getting hits. But I do like throwing this one into that junk. I'll probably leave this one alone because this just works like it is. I'll probably use that other one to get it a little more compact. Basically the same bait. There's just nothing. This whole area, I don't know if you guys saw that. That was definitely a fish. Had it for, I didn't get a full swing. I call that a swing and a miss. I was just starting to talk about hit. This whole area seems almost kind of dead, but it's not. I just gave up on it too soon and wasn't ready for that fish. I don't think it was big. I think I need to slow down and let this bait get caught in some of this gunk. I just need to have faith in the thunder cricket. Right there. There we go. That's the same fish, I bet you. He just don't learn. You got to have faith in that screaming thunder cricket. All right. Okay. Ooh, the grind. These things they're just maybe finished spawning or something. I don't know. That one we caught yesterday, belly was so big, I swear she was still full of eggs. So I don't know if they're on like another spawn or what's going on. But yeah, let's go. Okay. I got this dude rigged up. Before I go any further, just so I'm kind of doing a comparison little deal on the chatterbaits. So I want to have this one rigged up, not even fast enough to change out with the clip. I want it so fast that I can just literally grab another rod and pick it up and throw it. So we're going to rig up. This is our newest one I made, but I put a full-size deal, kind of cut him. I don't know, maybe I should stay with that. But I think, well, I'm going to change it up a little bit. So let me take this back off and I'll show you what I'm going to do. This was kind of an ordeal. So let me get my scissors. And I'm going to start by taking, because I think I got a little too much skirt material, but I kind of like the idea of leaving it bunched up. But I think I need to trim him up some. I think he's just a little too much, whatever you call it. So let's go with that. And before I pull another true baby Rage Menace, that's one I cut down. But I'm going to go back to the way I normally rig these up, which is instead of more like a bluegill, more like this. So I'm going to go with the way I traditionally hook these on, which is like this. You know what? I'm going to trim that down just a little bit more right at the head. I want it truly like streamlined. I don't want it any bigger than the baby Rage Menace. And then I'll put it probably all the way down to there is where it goes. Probably right there. Should let it get on. Yeah, see that right where it's tickling that? That bait should be an excellent, just a little more subtle. But we'll throw them, other than trailers, almost identical baits. Let me try to hold them up so you guys can see. Get them both wet, so I can see too. I don't know if I've ever sat and looked at these side by side. So look at these. Screaming Thunder Crickets. This one's definitely a little shorter, stubbier looking. Yeah. So, oh boy, look out. Oh boy. Let's go put this guy back up for now. We already know his thunder. His thunder is down under. He works excellent. Caught a few fish here today, but let's go just try this little baby right here. Just that little more, what I call a natural bluegill color, about as natural as you can get. Because even more so than colors, I'm wanting to see what this rod does with the Thunder Crickets. I want to see if that parabolic, if it's still got enough, you know, oomph to run them through the grass the way I tend to like to throw them through the grass now. Let's find out. Let's find out. All right, we got a color now. Oh, that's a good chunk. Got that. Keep him on. Both. Oh, that's a good one. That is keeper. We don't keep them though, but that is a chunk. So our new bonsai, see what it says right there? Look at that. Look him in the eye. Mwah. You tell me that we didn't get a good custom going there. So yeah, they're in that grass. These Thunder Crickets, I hate to admit it, that I've got 150 other baits that aren't Thunder Crickets, chatterbaits, and the Thunder Crickets seem to, in my opinion, they just, you can get them in and out of the gunkier stuff, which therefore, when the bite's tough, I think when you need that showboating, you know, chatterbait, that's when the big blades and even the jackhammers and the lighter 3/8 ounces, just all that, the mini maxes come into play. But when you need to get down dirty on the grind, it is hard to beat these Thunder Crickets. We caught 3 out of this spot right here. We are tearing them up. There's that boat right next to us. I know they're looking. They're like, Grandpa, he's catching them. Don't worry, son. Come over here. I'll get you a Thunder Cricket. We've only got 2 just like this, but we got the will and the know-how to make more. That's a 5/8 cut down. It's heavier. I don't even know what you would call it. I've only got a gram scale, but it's not 5/8, but it's heavier than a 1/2 ounce. A good thing to have in a chatterbait. Just send it up there. Send it in that gunk. I'm not really leaning towards any one color because they were both kind of working in one spot and they both kind of shut down at the same time. Oh, I was going to throw a rattle trap through this section. I still can. I'm going to let the boat just coast. I'm gonna, right there. That dude, I've made 50 casts in that area. On this boat. Oh, stay hooked. Oh, he's barely hooked. Don't you lose him, Blade. That's one thing. This rod does give me that confidence, more so than most of the others. When I hook a fish, I'm not going to say I'm not going to lose him, but the Poison Adrena kind of does that. For us, well, it did until today. But this rod doesn't really seem to matter what chatterbait I throw on it. When I can feel the weight, the percentage of how they get to the boat is very good, and it's just a lightweight, excellent. You can't beat it, but I'm trying to with the GLX. And actually, just because of that, let's switch. Let's do a little switchy switch, since we did catch one on it. Starting to lean towards the Rage Menace. My favorite color. It's my favorite color for a reason. Probably because of this body of water, but it hasn't translated into just my jigs or the soft plastics yet that I'm using for backups. But I've thrown, I don't know how many times up in through here. We just finally talked one out when he heard I was going to start throwing rattle traps. He's like, "No, you don't. No, you don't. Let me have it. I'll get it." I'm starting to think these chatterbaits, the thunder crickets anyway, they're kind of like a rattle trap. Even if you don't hit grass, you kind of just give it a pop up. Kind of gives it that action that'll trigger them to hit, where I normally do like a reel. Because I was watching my footage, and this little kind of poppity pop thing, you'd be surprised you catch a fish right after that. Like that happened right there. Okay, we are on them. Screaming thunder crickets they're on them today. Let me see if I can repeat that. Which I have to do it here. I can feel it hitting, and you want to pop it straight up. And a thunder cricket is good about just coming through, but not raising up out of the water column kind of deal. Where almost all my other chatterbaits, if I do that too much, oh dude, we got a skier. The GLX has the power. Look at that fat dude. I was like, oh well, I got him up, might as well just scheme. So let him get back down and fight him, and get back in there and see if I can get another. That dude, get out of there. That dude was a jumper, boys. Nope. No, it's a fish. I tried to shake it. It's a fish. I'm like, oh, it's stuck in the grass. That's how soft that bite was. Dude, that might be a good fish too. Oh, dude, don't come off. That bite was so mild that I was like, oh, I felt like it got caught in like a chunk of grass. Dude, don't you do it. Quit jumping. This is definitely a jumper. Get up here. Get that mouth open. Oh, that's a good 2-pounder or so. Look at this. Just look at it. Look at that screaming thunder cricket in that fish's mouth. He is a screaming. Hooked good. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, jumper. That dude, I know you want to jump. We have not had a jumper. You know what? We haven't had a jumper all year. So what say you, buddy? You were jumping all over a minute ago. Tickle their tongues. Oh, almost. Did you guys? I may have moved you guys too fast. That was sort of a jumper. His tail didn't clear. So technically like an Olympic deal, his, you know, like their legs hitting the bar. But that was close. But our little screamer brings home, oh wow, he twisted that up. Brings home a good chunk. We drifted down quite a ways jacking around that fish. But yeah, I was pulling, I just felt like weight. So he must have sucked it in right when it hit the grass kind of thing. That was the weirdest bite I've ever, like, not felt in my life. To have that big a fish on the other end. I've done it before with like little dinks or something. You're like, oh, I didn't even know I had a fish. But that dude, so he may have grabbed it right as I pulled it out of the grass so fast that the first pull, when I went back to it, I felt like, oh no, I didn't get it. I only buried it deeper kind of thing. But he'd ate it. Eating it. Ought it. Come on. Come on. I need to catch some more before it gets too hot. You still got very little. You got just a little chunk of something like that. I think I need to cut that skirt down. Skirt has a little to do with it also. Just more stuff for that everything to catch on. Sometimes, you know, the blade, the skirt, that's a fish. Oh, that was a fish. That was a little something right when it hit grass. Pecked at it. That, now see, I felt that. I pulled it off that grass and I felt him thunk. Get in here. I'm tired of losing fish. So. Sorry, I shouldn't have skied you. I should have taken it easy on you. But the old screamer, he just gets him. He don't jack around with him. He ain't got time. He ain't got time to play with them little dinks. I told you, this was Punisher edition, right? The old screaming thunder cricket. Oh yeah. Just as good as the original. Not the original chatterbait. The original screaming thunder cricket I made. This is almost a direct copy. It does have a different colored skirt, but it's very close. Okay, I missed the grass. Alright, one up there. I don't want to go too fast. I want to get the grass, and then I'm gonna. I want to be able to. It's kind of a timing thing. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You got to like listen to Kenny Rogers. But you got to know when to, you know, just to feel it tick. Pop. I think that was a fish that hit it before it ticked. So you might need to slow down, speed up on any given spot. I think I'm going a little too fast. I think I need to. And then when you pop it, you got to pop it pretty hard. And then there's nothing wrong with, if you didn't think you felt grass, to just occasionally give it a little twitch or pop just to change the action of the bait. Really want is when you get the right bait that you feel like you've got to, you know, pop it every so often just to keep it cleaned out. You're basically just down there kicking it across that grass. You got like a hot zone when that happens. Like at any time it can get whacked. I think we're a little off. I think I was a little closer to the bank. So in other words, this works best when you're on a level playing field, so to speak. You're coming across the roughly the same depth. If you're starting like this, you know, and you start out and you pop it real, and then you just completely are away from the grass, or if you're coming uphill, then you're, you know, then you need to increase the speed. It's harder to just get in a rhythm doing that. It's better to be on a, almost like you would parallel the bank, parallel the grass line, which I'm not really doing now. I'm gonna run this back over to where I can be throwing down the same length of the bank. I mean, a lot of times it doesn't make a big difference if they're hitting good, just in, you know, a lot of times close counts, like horseshoes, right? I think I'm a little too far out from the bank after that last fish. So let me get a little closer. Dude, what happened to you? Get a little closer. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so pop it out. Pop it out. And there's a fish. Now, if he stays on, it's a whole nother story. So if you guys saw that, I was casting in that same spot, but I wasn't just, it's kind of like usually you hear guys talk about it in like a little bit of offshore fishing, like you just have the right angles. But with these chatterbaits in the grass, it's like trying to put yourself, I call it like put yourself on a level playing field. So wherever cast to where you're running across the same height of the grass, submerged grass, you're better off. You can kind of just get in a rhythm. You can just stay, you know, keep the bait live in that hot zone longer throughout the whole cat. That's a fish, and I tried to shake it. I may not get him in. I know you guys saw that. A lot of times on the chesty, you won't realize what I'm doing. I like tried to shake that loose of grass. Tried to pop it out of the grass. Nope, it was a fish. So yeah, let's go. Let's go, Screamer. What did you just do to me? Hang on. Oh, dude, he's jacked. I can't just throw you in there with your tail all jacked up. There's something right over there. Right in there. Oh, it's just full of grass though. Yeah, there's good topwater right there. Oh well, it'll let us get reset. We may double check them right here. Yeah. Yeah, you're just getting that. Feel it get, you want to feel it kind of catch it, pop it free. It's your best bet. It's your best bet for success. All right, let's go. I just about wiped out that dragonfly. There's a, oh, that was a hit. Come on. That was a definite hit. Oh well, we're gonna keep going. If there was a big one there, he should have had his opportunity. We're gonna keep moving on up. A little too fast that time. A little too fast. That tail may still be a little bit twisted up. Come on. There we go. I give up too soon. That might, oh, that's a chunk. That dude, I should have had that rod bent more, but that dude's a big one. That dude's, oh, hopefully that made it. That dude's a jumper. Oh, he's gonna get again. Get over here. Get. No, you don't. Get over here. That dude was eating that. Look at the screaming thunder cricket. He's like, get me out of here. That dude's trying to eat me alive. That's a 2.5, 3 pounder every day, all day. Eugene scales just reading funky. Let's get the old screamer up here. Oh, don't you do it. We're gonna see if we got a jumper. Get me a little bit closer to you, buddy. Look at this. Huh? That is showbiz, ladies and gentlemen. That's showbiz. This is dude's, I can feel him wanting to jump right out of my hand. Come on. Oh, yes. Success. High five. All right, let's go. Let's do it. It's like, why do you always go to the same places and always throw the same baits? Because they always generate the good results. That's why. That's why. That's why. Let's just see if we can repeat that. Throw it right back. Yeah, that's why I like it. I can feel it hitting, I clear it, I can feel the blade, you know, like I cleared. Don't be scared to set that hook and then just go back for him, because that one, ooh, is that a crappie? Oh my goodness. Got another eater. We're not eating crappie, but I want to show you something. Now, I always come out here, dude, I'm talking here, stop. Don't interrupt me. Ice will tackle you. See these crappie? There's just all kinds of crappie load in this place, but this thing I thought should have mimicked, but it's that more subtle one where you take just like the spot remover, and then with this tail I do real good, or just sort of a kind of an off-white swim, kind of anything, but like a little bitty swim bait on the back of the little micro chatterbaits is what I think is the imitation of those, you know, small crappie or whatever. So well, that's a bunch of grass. All right, I think I'm gonna stop long enough to even though it's still cloudy and we're getting sprinkled on, I think I'm gonna put on my sun gear after I catch this fish, crappie, and a little bit of sunscreen, because that sun is, I can feel it on my back before I end up getting burnt, and I didn't even realize I was burnt. But yeah. And then I'm also going to, it's a good eater. Once you go thunder cricket, you can't stop. You just gotta stay on him. And this one seems to be the color so far today. There's something hitting. There's a fish. I almost shook him. As soon as it hit, I thought it was grass. You guys probably heard me say that I don't know how many times today. That dude is on it. Once you get on a bait and you get on a thing, you'll see me, because I'm not a tournament fisherman. I'll just, you know, I'll try this, try that kind of thing. But anybody in their right mind would just throw this and not put it down. Yeah. Oh God, that's gonna get stuck on that piece of wood. Oh! Did you guys see that epic Disney princess ending? Dude. Oh, don't come off. It'll be an M. Night Shyamalan finish. Stay on. That was the most epic fish strike I think I've ever had. Oh my God. Get over here. I want to kiss you. Get over here. Oh my goodness. That is not a giant, but hopefully it translates on video. I was reeling it fast because I knew I threw right across that wood over there. And as soon as it did like a motocross style jump, and that fish, I guess like he saw it coming. He must have been chasing it because he knew that is insane. I'm not even sure how to explain what went on there. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that footage again, but that was awesome. Kiss the screaming thunder cricket. Kiss the girl, the dude, the hero got the girl, and we are done. Mark Zona, we're done. You got show dirt, we got acrobatic screaming thunder crickets right here, right now on Bass and Bonsai. So yeah, let's get out of here. Let's just throw an ending to this crazy day. Get out on that water. Days like this, man, they can be very epic. So thanks for watching. Get out, go Bass and Bonsai for yourself. But whatever you do, fishing, watching Disney movies, make sure you have fun doing it. If those Disney movies aren't fun, stop watching them.